Sometimes, just sometimes, my timing with a review is perfect. Perfect. And I hear about it in comments. I'm thinking this tabletop review on this really excellent jacket is going to be one of those videos. I will fall backwards into perfect timing. It's been about a decade, by the way, since I've reviewed an outer garment. Well, one like this, an insulated jacket. I bet it's been about 10 years. So I'm thinking you guys are due for some new jackets. Now remember, it's the Nut and Fancy project, not the Nut and Fancy gun show, knife show, watch show, motorcycle show. No, project. The all-encompassing circus tent of gear. And we have some work to do on tabletop. I'm going to expedite this one. Expedite it. Get it out to Patreon first. You should be a member. Donate to Patreon. Be part of the elite. Sleep better at night. Thank you so much. Scrolling across the screen right now are some of those elite TMPers. Thank you so much. And if you don't want to do that, I'll put a PayPal donation link below by request. I've had requests for that for so long. It finally exists. Yeah, I'm not super duper organized with all this donation crap. I'm too busy with the gear. Finally got around to it. Okay, apologies for my voice. I'm still stopped up with COVID-19. No, I ain't joking. Still have it. Day 18 like. I am on decongestants and it doesn't help generally, so I'm clogged up. But guess what? The show goes on. I'm very excited to review this jacket for you guys and throw it out there for your consideration. It is fantastic for what it is. The price is amazing. Amazing. Now on the table, I've got Glock 19 529. I've got a thermometer in the studio. I've got some Macy here on the table. Darn dog snuck into the studio again. Love her to death, by the way. I've got a Tall Geese 3 Gundam. I think this is 1 to 144 scale. The numeric designation is right here on his leg, if you care. This is Last Suspects. It came ready-made. He did not put this one together. Looks like his jetpack is kind of screwed up there. Oh, and by the way, I got to tell you this. If I screw up one of his Gundams here in the studio, dude, he is lit. Like, even if a small piece falls off and he goes, hey, dude, what happened to such and such? What happened to his lightsaber? I was like, I don't know, man. I was trying to be careful. He's like, yeah, don't break my Gundams, man. He worships these things. He does. Same with Tactical Doodle. He has a collection of Gundams. A lot of Team Peers know Gundams, so I'm showing them more and more on the table. Remember, all these reviews will jump around. They're not necessarily chronological. But again, I'm going to expedite this one because Christmas time is coming up, and these jackets are going to sell out quickly. Fox Core Small on the table. And this is an Olight i3T. Purchased by the Nut and Fancy Project. None of this crap is given to me. And then we got a couple tags for the jacket. Let's get going. All right, philosophy of use, super quick. Now, they're going to classify this as a snowboarding jacket. The brand right now, this is subject to change, is called this. Moerdeng. No doubt made in China. If it was made in the United States, you could probably quadruple the price. No, I'm not exaggerating. Interesting hang tag here with some product information. And I say interesting because it says efficiently block outside wing, not wind, but wing through the fabric. That's pretty funny. Philosophy of use, though, I would say not a technical, real deal snowboarding jacket. It's lacking some key features that those guys would like. One is pit zips. There's no pit zips in this thing. Okay, 2 is that there's no snow skirt in it either. So it's sans, snow skirt, or gaiter around this area here. But for me, and what I would use this jacket for, I don't care. And I don't care at all. Not to say that I don't like technical gear. I do. But I'm going to classify this, if we talk about philosophy of use, as an all-around, knock-around EDC jacket. Probably the stuff you have is beat up, worn down a bit, and maybe you just want a different color in your life. You've worn the same jacket or maybe 2 jackets for the last decade, waiting for Nut and Fancy to get his act together and review more jackets. Sorry for the delay. Better late than never. So here we go. philosophy of use, knock around jacket. I wouldn't get too technical in this thing. I'm talking about going out and really getting rained on, snowed on, for extended days out in the wilderness, because I don't think the membrane that it integrates is that great. And I'm saying this not necessarily from experience with this jacket, but from some other lower cost, supposedly waterproof, breathable, windproof membranes. They do okay, but sooner or later they're probably going to let some moisture in, water in specifically. You want something more technical, you're going to have to spend money. I'm going to break out another jacket review. It will be, let's see, about 3 times the price of this, a little bit more, but it's much more technical. It has better technology in it. It is a genuine high-tech snowboarding jacket. Philosophy of use. Now the style. A snowboarding jacket I love. To me, it balances first cool with second cool. It's roomy, first off. I don't like tight jackets because sometimes I'm carrying a horizontally oriented, I don't know, Glock 19 right here. Yeah, by the way, I do keep this on the table for a lot of tabletop reviews. UCCA, you should have concealed carry insurance if you do carry. And I do, frequently with horizontally oriented shoulder holster. So a roomy jacket for me is a-okay. That's what I like. Also, it's easier to move around in. It's easier to don, put it on, get it off, and maybe I want to layer under it. So I love snowboarding jackets. You might even call this a parka because it's a kind of a long jacket. I'm going to talk about its length here before the video ends, if I remember. That's POU as I see it. Now, the colors on this Moerdeng are fantastic. Act quick though, because it's possible when I post this in Patreon, by the time it breaks to the main channel, the colors will be gone. I am really struggling to keep up with some of this merchandise out there because I review it, but then I wait to post it because I have to trickle all the content through the funnel. I can only post so fast, and sometimes by the time I post it, it's sold out. So act quick. This is light gray. Light gray. And the colors are just fantastic. This, by the way, is Last Suspect's jacket. This is not mine. This was my birthday present from me to him. And that's how I ran into this. I started researching jackets for him. I was like, let's go out and see what we can find. A good high value jacket. And I ran into this Moerdeng. This is mine, and this is in black camo. You'll also see it in inset as I'm modeling it, as Mrs. Nut and Fancy is filming me. Sorry, we don't have a real model, a better looking model, a skinnier model for you. It's me. Look at this color though. Dudes, is that insane? That is a cool color. Now, if you're subscribing to that ridiculous gray man concept that was floating around a few years ago, it was just asinine, where you're supposed to blend in, never draw attention to yourself. This probably isn't the color you want to wear. I don't necessarily believe in that stuff. I think it's marketing. I like this. This is a second cool color. I'm not saying that I'm going to blend into the urban environment. No, it's just fun. It's a cool color. Okay, and it's like I said, this jacket blends first cool and second cool. So this is urban camo. We'll look at it again, but I wanted to show it to you here. Again, it'll be an inset. Other colors available when I filmed this video were lime, like a really bright fluorescent green, which is a great safety color if you're running your dog, like on a scooter, which I do all the time. Black, yellow, red. You saw black camo. Army green. Brown. Their brown is fantastic. It's like that dark, rich hunter brown. Dark blue, dark gray. This is light gray, and some others I'm forgetting about. The colors are great. The cost, the value of this thing, again, is fantastic. I'll ballpark it to be, I hate to say this because it will fluctuate, but I'll say definitely less than 80 bucks. Maybe even less than 70, depending on which color you get. Again, you're going to be hard-pressed to match the value and construction of this coat. Okay, moving on. I'm trying to go fast. It is coated with a DWR. For newbies, that is a durable water repellency. So it's a permanent, supposedly permanent coating on this fabric, which is a polyester ripstop fabric. Some colors will use a different fabric. This one is a polyester ripstop. Okay, and if we look at the urban camo one, It's a different fabric, right? It's not the ripstop. Look, this is more of a taffeta. So it really depends on what color you get. But they are coated with DWR, which will beat up water for a period of time. If it gets really douched, don't count on it to work. If you want to restore it, put it in a hot dryer for 10 minutes. Speaking of which, some of these colors will come quite wrinkled out of their vacuum-packed bags. This one did. So when I brought this out, this had wrinkles like crazy. What did I do? Put it in the dryer for 10 minutes on high, totally straightened it out. Made it look like it was ironed, and it didn't do any damage to, I believe, this taffeta. If you need to restore that DWR, you can get a can of silicone waterproof spray. I'll put a link below of something that I use and have ordered off Amazon. It's been fantastic. Spray it down and it'll help. It's not perfect, but it'll help. I don't recommend the Nick Wax products. I think they're a ripoff. Real quick, I just think they're a ripoff. I don't even buy those anymore. Okay, exterior features. Couple downsides with this. Again, I said it's not a technical snowboarding garment. It's not. One thing it lacks is a way to ventilate down this main zipper. You either should have snaps here, 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 or Velcro tabs. Section of Velcro here, here, here. That way, when you're working out on the slope, getting really hot, you open up your zipper and you just close it like that, and you can ventilate out the front and vent that heat. We don't have pit zips here either. And I mentioned the lack of a snow skirt here. Snow gaiter is bye-bye. It's not here. So it's not really a technical snowboarding jacket. It's a snowboarding styled garment, which I think for most of you will be absolutely perfect. The stitching, by the way, throughout the jacket is fantastic. I see no issues with it. It's reinforced where it needs to be reinforced. It's triple baffled right here on the interior of the zipper to stiffen it. Well done. The zipper quality seems good to me. It's not a YKK. We have an upper snap and a lower snap here. That's good. Do I wish there was a couple snaps here? Yes, I do. Because I would like to just, not have to zip it up. It's a single slider zipper. That's a non-technical feature. What I mean by this is sometimes you'll have dual sliders. So you can bring the whole zipper up and you can zip it from the bottom and the top simultaneously and create a ventilation. So we don't have that in the Moerdeng. Do I care? No, I don't. Reinforced shoulders right here. I guess this is for your pack. Really nice hood on it. Really nice hood. And this is a time that we can consider the very plush, synthetic, kind of Polartec-y fleece. This isn't Polartec, but it's very Polartec-y. Now, some review in Amazon said this is cotton. It ain't cotton. This is an acrylic. This is what you want. This is a synthetic fleece that will not retain water. Now, I haven't been keeping up with Polartec, but they do have a Polartec called Thermal Pro. It reminds me of Thermal Pro Polartec or the old 300 weight Polartec fleece. It's really warm and it's very comfortable. Downside would be in a very dry environment, it may get a little staticky on you. It's a removable hood. I like that. Traditional that has a cord lock elastic on this edge right here, which I do prefer. Some hoods get kind of tricky, and I want to review a really excellent Burton snowboard jacket. It'll post with this video. It's the more expensive option, and I prefer this hood over that, a traditional hood, and it has Velcro attachment in the front. Oh, and by the way, I do use my hoods all the time. If you don't, you can just zip it off and get rid of it. This baffle right here, this weather shield's kind of upside down. It should actually be on the top to shingle the rain off, right? I think they screwed up on that. It should have been like on the hood itself. I think what they're thinking though is once you take the hood off and unzip it, it'll kind of conceal that zipper. I think that's what they were thinking. But good hood, shaped well, traditional in its adjustment. I much prefer that. The pockets real quick. Outside zipper pocket here, waterproof zipper, thumbs up there, and this one goes deep, guys, so you can actually put your iPhone 10 in there and it won't fall out. So it extends down about here. Now I'm showing you this light gray one of Last Suspects because it presents better on camera. You can see the details. Great pockets on the exterior. These are deep pockets. They carry a lot. Again, waterproof zippers with included zipper pulls on all the zippers for a $70 jacket. Thumbs up from Nothing Fancy. This is high value, dudes. Now, there's no fleece lining in here. You'd have to probably spend a little more to get something like that. Unfortunately, when you order it, you will not get the Gemyse hair on it. Yeah, darn dog coming in the studio. So I got Gemyse hair on this one. Hey, nothing, I want Gemyse hair. There's the inside, and again, it's bragging about the features. Now, it's interesting, this interior pocket, it's deep enough, it holds whatever you want to hold in there, your wallet. By the way, if you ever do that, make sure you zip it up. Especially if you were to go skiing with this, snowboarding with this, last thing you want is to lose your wallet. But it's kind of ventilated. Notice this, it you know, has nice ventilation on it. Interesting. Speaking of which, this does brag about being waterproof, wing-proof, windproof, and I don't know, breathable. So those three things. So basically like Gore-Tex, and the way they're going to do it, and interestingly, you can see it here, is with a coating on the fabric. Like I was saying, it's breathable. So this is what it's made out of, and this version, it's going to be that polyester, as you can see, 20,000 millimeters, what they're saying. I'm not sure that's correct, but it's just basically a coating that it supposedly allows it to breathe. My experience has been this: if you want Gore-Tex, buy Gore-Tex and get ready to pay the price. There are other membranes out there that will perform as well, maybe even some coatings. I usually find these coatings have limitations. I usually find that the coatings don't breathe that good, but their water repellency is pretty good. Pretty good. And so this, I think, will be great for most of you guys, but this isn't a jacket that I would go hiking in. It's too heavy as far as this. I don't hike in something that's insulated like this. I just put a shell on and know I'm going to start sweating. This to me is too warm. It's too warm. This is an EDC jacket. Now notice the collar. This is polyester cotton in this version. That's good because it's very comfortable. Maybe not so good because if it gets wet, that cotton portion is going to retain water. High enough collar, and it's missing a hang loop. There's another downside. They should have put a hang loop here because I use those all the time. Again, we see that very comfortable plush lining. I'll tell you guys, you're going to love this when you put it on. It's really snuggly. You're going to snuggle up. Buy one for your wife, by the way. She would love it. Here's another thing they did right with the jacket. Notice that the sleeves are nylon lined. Not fleece lined, or this Polartec-ish fleece. It's nylon. That's important because it allows you to get the dang thing on and off easily. Thumbs up. Nicely done. Hey, Nothing Fancy, do more jacket reviews. I'm kind of digging this. Okay, I might. Once in a while. Okay, so here's the cuff detail. Again, not a super technical water jacket because there's no gaiter in here or kind of waterproof cuff for you. It's a snowboard style. I've said that. Nice adjustment on this. Velcro-ish. It's not real Velcro. Velcro-ish, and you can adjust this. And again, this is Last Suspect's jacket, so he's been wearing this. One downside I found about these clasps that I don't like is that sometimes they'll delaminate from this Velcro. And let me tell you, it is a bitch to get them glued back together. I've tried it. I've tried like super glue, epoxy. I'm talking about this Velcro thing to this rubber. I've had some Condor jackets where they separated. I cannot get those suckers back together. I would say expect the same from this jacket years down the road. Just being real with you guys, as always. Okay, and then adjustable drawstring. No, you don't have it. So again, it's a snowboard style, not a legitimate snowboard jacket. And there's your features, dude. Let me show you the back side of this thing. Really nothing special to show you there. And you can see this lighter color is going to show some dirt. Last Suspect's been using this one. It'll show dogness hair. And then here comes the urban camo version. You guys are going to love this one. I know you guys, this will be one of your favorite colors. This one and that army green. Look at this. And I love the orange highlights on this. I don't know why. I just like, well, they're yellow. They just look cool. So it makes it so it's not really militaristic. You know what I mean by that? So it's kind of a fashion thing, and I like that. I know you guys say, oh, you like being subdued all the time. Not my EDC stuff. I'll wear loud and proud stuff all the time. Watches, jackets. There's a time and place for being subdued, but my EDC gear with rule of law ain't one of them. The features on this one are exactly the same, just a different color. different fabric. Same coating on the fabric. And again, the write-up in Amazon, there's some confusion there. They said that the stuffing in this thing, the insulation is 2,400 needle cotton. What the hell is that? I think the insulation is what you're looking at. It says fleece. I don't detect any like draped thermolite or polyester insulation in there. I could be wrong, but let me tell you, this stuff is super warm. This is a warm jacket. I think you could go down into the 20s with this thing and be warm with it. You really could. There you go. That's my review on the Moerdeng soon to be gone snowboard jacket. Oh, one other minor criticism. I wish it was a bit longer in its drape. Now I'm 6'2 3/4. We'll call it 6'3". This thing fits me great. This is an XL, and I do find the sizing is very accurate. If anything, it's on the roomy side. So if you're not sure what to order, in Amazon, I would actually order 2. Bracket your sizing and send the other one back that doesn't fit you. But I think they are roomy and they're very comfortable. I do wish it went down probably another 2 inches in the length. So maybe jacket is the proper terminology for this thing. Woo! That's a lot of work, boys. Moerdeng jacket, highly recommended. If you find this review in the months to come and it's sold out, I'm sorry. You should have been part of Patreon. Nothing fancy.